What is going on, Trend Pop fam? Get ready because we are diving headfirst into the stories that are absolutely dominating the headlines and blowing up your feeds. First up, we're breaking down the explosive details surrounding the alleged assassination attempt on Charlie Kirk and the surprising connections emerging from the investigation. Then, we're going deep into the controversial rhetoric that some say is directly linked to the suspect in the Charlie Kirk case. Next, we're holding a Fox News anchor accountable for a shocking and deeply disturbing remark about the homeless population. And finally, we're revisiting a pattern of inflammatory statements and the apologies that followed. You do not want to miss this. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. The investigation into the alleged assassination attempt on Charlie Kirk is heating up, and the details are nothing short of astonishing. Investigators have reportedly uncovered a surprising link between the suspect and an individual romantically connected to a transgender roommate. This revelation adds a complex and unexpected layer to the ongoing probe, raising new questions about the motives and the broader network involved. The connection, detailed by news contributor Paul Morrow on Fox and Friends Weekend, suggests that the case is far more intricate than initially believed, potentially weaving together personal relationships with political extremism. This development is significant as it moves beyond a simple act of violence to explore potential deeper societal influences and personal dynamics that may have played a role. The focus on these specific connections highlights a growing trend in understanding how personal lives intersect with public acts of extremism. Public reaction has been a mix of shock and intense speculation, with many online communities dissecting every angle of this developing story. The implications for understanding radicalization and the role of personal relationships are being widely debated. But hold on, because the alleged connections don't stop there. We're about to explore how specific rhetoric is being tied directly to the suspect in this shocking case. The alleged assassination attempt on Charlie Kirk has taken another dramatic turn, as a criminal defense attorney points to an absolute connection between the suspect and transgender rhetoric. This assertion, made by news contributor Josh Ritter on Fox and Friends Weekend, suggests that the language and discourse surrounding transgender issues may have played a pivotal role in influencing the suspect's actions. Ritter emphasized that the investigation is uncovering a direct line between the suspect's mindset and the broader online and public conversations about transgender rights and identities. This perspective shifts the focus from individual pathology to the potential impact of public discourse and online radicalization, particularly within the context of highly charged social issues. It raises critical questions about the responsibility of media and online platforms in shaping public opinion and potentially fueling extremist behavior. The legal community and online commentators are intensely discussing the implications of this claim, with many arguing it highlights a dangerous undercurrent in current social and political debates. But the controversies in the media landscape don't end there. We're shifting gears to expose a different kind of problematic commentary from a familiar Fox News face. A shocking statement from Fox News anchor Brian Kilmeade has ignited a firestorm, with the co-host of Fox and Friends suggesting that mentally ill homeless people should be subjected to involuntary lethal injection, or something. Just kill them. This deeply disturbing remark came during a discussion about crime and homelessness, specifically in the wake of a tragic stabbing on a train in North Carolina. Kilmeade's comment, which initially circulated widely on Saturday and gained millions of views, prompted immediate and widespread outrage. This incident is particularly alarming given the broader context of political rhetoric surrounding crime and social issues. It highlights a disturbing trend where extreme and dehumanizing language is used in public discourse, especially concerning vulnerable populations. The comments came as right-wing figures were already engaged in discussions about the killing of Charlie Kirk, drawing parallels between calls for violence and the lack of accountability for incendiary remarks. The public response has been overwhelmingly negative, with activists like Shannon Watts calling out the moral asymmetry in media accountability. Many are questioning why such remarks seem to go unchecked, while others face consequences for less extreme statements. The apology that followed has done little to quell the outrage for many. While Kilmeade has since apologized, this isn't the first time he's been in hot water. We're looking back at his history of controversial comments. Fox News host Brian Kilmeade has issued an apology after advocating for the execution of mentally ill homeless people during a segment on Fox and Friends. Kilmeade's inflammatory remark, made on Wednesday and gaining traction over the weekend, suggested involuntary lethal injection, or something. Just kill him. This statement was made in the context of a discussion about the stabbing death of Irina Zarutska on a North Carolina train, allegedly by a homeless, mentally ill individual. The comment quickly drew widespread condemnation, with advocates describing it as completely devoid of all humanity. Kilmeade's statement is especially concerning given the ongoing national dialogue about homelessness, mental health, and public safety. It reflects a harsh and unsympathetic perspective towards one of society's most vulnerable populations, drawing criticism from organizations dedicated to helping the homeless. The timing of his remark, occurring just hours before the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, also drew comparisons to the broader issue of inflammatory rhetoric leading to real-world violence. Following the backlash, Kilmeade apologized on air Sunday, calling his remark extremely callous and acknowledging that many homeless individuals deserve empathy and compassion. However, the incident has reignited debates about media accountability and the impact of rhetoric on public perception and policy. That's a wrap on today's top stories. But before you go, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news cycle. We dove deep into the shocking investigation surrounding Charlie Kirk's alleged assassination attempt and the surprising personal connections being uncovered. We also explored the controversial rhetoric that some believe is directly linked to the suspect in that case. Then, we held Fox News anchor Brian Kilmeade accountable for his deeply disturbing remarks about the homeless population and looked back at his history of inflammatory comments. Phew. What a rundown. If you're as fired up as we are, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Trend Pop for all your trending news, and ring that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop new videos. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials and drop a comment below telling us what you think about today's stories. We'll see you in the next one.